What's up? I'm Grizz. Welcome back. More Vinland, episode 18. In typical Monday morning fashion, the sun is making me look whiter than ever, as it only does with Mondays for some reason. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we're using this as a way to shine some light on the good things that are going to happen this episode, because we've been through so much torture the past few with this series. Not likely though, but you know, who knows? You never know what way the story's gonna go, right? But being more realistic, it's probably gonna end very poorly for us here. Ardeed got kind of trapped and captured, and well, we don't know if she got captured, but she was being surrounded by a bunch of men. So I'm assuming she's gonna be brought back to the farm somehow, and they're gonna punish her some sort of way. What happens from there, I don't know. I think this is the perfect segue time to bring us. This is typically, I think, when we would go the Canute route, but I don't know because I think he's coming to us. So I think this just means everybody's going to connect this episode and everyone's going to show back up. So Cattell, and he's going to figure out what happened and all this other shit. I don't know. I'm not excited. It's going to be another episode of pain for sure. I'm going to be upset by the end of it. That's a good thing. If you like it all, hit the like and subscribe. Do mean a lot to me. Feel free to stick around for the discussion and leave any comments about this episode or series, as well as recommendations of other shows you might want to see me watch at some other point. Let's get going though. Episode 18. Let's go. CG boats. They're on their way, that means. No. I wish I had hair like Canute. 2 or 3 days. No. He's here to handle his own things. Yeah, you dare doubt the king. Absolutely. I'm pretty sure they will. Oh, rumors spread this far, probably through the dad or the son. Sure, if they defy us. What you got for us, Suin? Just watching. It's like looking in a mirror. Is he still in the barrel? Is your master? That's one strong ass dude, bro. Tell's not this tiny little dude. Okay. Look at him. He's still traumatized. Omar's probably fucked too. Look how happy he is for this. You madman. I'm prepping to fight to the fucking death right now. Yeah, Omar's still out of it. No, absolutely not. No. Yeah, he finally got a man killed how you wanted him to, and he doesn't feel better, does he? He needs her. He needs the comfort. Uh-oh. He's in for a world of hurt even more. Dude, he is gonna be so fucked up. Leif. They didn't even explain it to what he's here for. We might get so much cool shit this episode. A possible meeting between them, figuring out the alliance almost where Thorfinn lies and all this, and what he's gonna do. What happened with Arneid. There's a lot. Yeah, there's practically no walls. Oh, the king. Yeah, especially after what just happened too. Lost a few more, yeah. So what do we got, like 8 left? Because I think they had like 13. Yeah, I wonder what he's going to learn about that. I wonder what he's going to feel about learning that she's pregnant. I wonder, there's so many. Yeah, probably till he finds out. Still worried about her after all this. Should be thanking him. Absolutely. Unfortunately. Huh. 優しくて筋の通った人だと思う。エビさんと戦いたくなかった。結局 It doesn't matter. I understand thinking about it, but these like what ifs and questions don't. It's something you wanted to stand up for and you went about it. And that's why there was no other way. It was the last resort in a way. But I know what he's saying. Cool. Oh no. Where are they keeping her? We haven't even seen Snake either. Right in front of his wife too. It was her only chance to get away from you. I mean, she wanted to get back with their family, but it literally was the only opportunity it seemed like she would have had. Also, if he didn't have enough on his plate already. But why? Why would she try and leave me? He's been so kind. Wow. Yeah, he did just kind of walk off. Yeah, don't make a big deal about it. Just find him. I don't even know if he's going to be okay with it at this point, but... With what? Oh, he wants them all to go. Gatel's not going to want to give Arnado up at all. What a guy, though, offering this opportunity. That's an interesting route that we can take, actually. Didn't even think about that. All right, can we have this talk, though? Because I need the boys to be freed here. And I can't have Gatel switching up on us. I've got this object in front of me. That's how he acts. Yeah. Absolutely. He's got the stick of truth as well. His weapon of choice. I want to believe the stick is a misdirect in a way. He's not thinking straight right now, though, so maybe he will. Why? Because she's a fucking slave and she had family, you idiot. Okay, he is pissed. This is like opposite of his character. I mean, I don't know why you're acting like you're doing so well as a person. Oh my fucking god. This might... Oh, yeah, just that's the perfect spot to hit her, isn't it now? He doesn't even know. Who do you think? After what you just tried to pull? Oh. Yeah, and... He's not believing shit anymore. Wow. So much for getting the others freed. Not happening no more. Mm-hmm. Wow. But don't. Wow. Probably not now. Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't know. I really don't think he's gonna go for it. I think he's gonna be. Yeah, especially her. Wow. But he wants her. I don't like what he has been this episode at all. We didn't get like a first they see each other thing. Yeah, he's not. He's got so many things on his mind right about now. Wow. He'll fight. Wow. It's tough to get through. I'm not gonna lie. The back half at least. And I think I even found myself, now that I think about it, laughing through some of it when it's not funny at all. It really wasn't. And I think it was more of me being uncomfortable and trying to do something or project something that just like there wasn't anything there, and that's kind of what came out. I don't know. It was bad. It was bad. I don't know. Very uncomfortable watch. It's so interesting, Cattell specifically, in him as a person and a character, the evolution of him that we've kind of seen, or the way that he approaches and acts on things. Cattell is a coward of a person. He is a phony. He is selfish, I think would be the only other word I can really use to describe him here. Throughout everything that we've known and seen of him, Cattell's always given me the impression of he's really not that bad of a person. He gives you opportunities to free yourself. He doesn't treat you nearly as poor as he possibly could as a slave. He sticks up for the people when he thinks that the people are doing things wrong. Even one of the closest people around him, Pater, is somebody who was an older slave. There's a lot of stuff that he has going on here that you would look at and be like, he has some redeemable qualities and some really good things about him. We even see the episode when Torgo comes back and he wants to punish the kids, him and Snake, for like the things that they've done. And Cattell's the one who's trying to hold off and not punish them as much, or give them opportunity to be free and be at least work or do something to kind of pay off the debts and not have to actually have them punished. And even when the opportunity arose and became of punishment needing to happen, and Torgal wanted to beat the children, Cattell was very against that idea and was very nervous, but he showed his weak and his fake side of him that was trying to look strong to others that he definitely doesn't have. And he was trying to, in agreement with them, basically, went along with what they wanted. It even came to a point he felt so bad after the first hit from Torgal, he agreed to do it himself, something that he didn't want to do at all. And he felt absolutely awful and horrible about doing, because he's not this violent kind of person, and that's not who he wants to be. That's where we get the reveal, everything that happened with Arnade and his connection and his relationship with them, and how strongly he feels and how needed she almost is in his life, right? And you see all this stuff and you're like, I almost feel bad for the dude in a way for it, feeling like he has to present himself or put himself this way, and he is afraid of all these other people, right? And I was big on him and on his side for a majority of the things he was doing. But then you see the true nature of what somebody can really be beneath everything and beneath the mask, and what happens when you fuck with something that's entirely close or very, very important to somebody. And it's not something on the outside or something that maybe they don't value or they don't feel is replaceable as much. It can get ugly, and it can get ugly fast. Already with the weight and the thought of what exactly is going on with the king and the army and everything coming to take over his land almost, and having to deal with that and understand what he's going to have to do, which almost he felt like was a direct result of things that his kids did, which literally wasn't the case, but because it was going to happen regardless, but it was something that he's not as aware of and he's nervous about now. And he spent the entire ride just sitting inside that barrel thinking about exactly what was going to happen, a complete broken man. And when he comes home, he needs somebody to kind of vent his thoughts to, I guess, and just his frustrations of the whole situation and what went down, and think about what happened. And he needed that comfort, and Arnheid was supposed to be that person. But to his surprise, he finds out she's nowhere to be found, later being told by his wife about exactly what went down with her and the other slaves and everything that occurred. He completely loses his shit even more than he did before. And I honestly was under the impression the moment he saw her, he was going to snap back into it and he was going to be okay. Or the moment he finds out about the kid, he was going to be okay. Not even in the slightest. Literally did not happen. He completely loses his mind, and just starts beating on her. She starts telling him about the kid, and he's like, "You're the one I thought I could trust. And then look what you went ahead and did the moment that I tried to leave. Look what you tried to do. You tried to get away from me. Do you hate me that much? Do you want to not be around here that much?" And he just completely continued to beat on her, which is, I don't know, it was it was tough to get through. This show continues to not have things that I'm happy about watch. They make everything all too difficult and real to kind of experience and watch here. I don't know, that mindset though of having something taken from him and having something very valuable and precious to him, because as I said before, he hasn't really experienced that before. He's lost like things on his land, or like people have come by and like tried to steal things and stuff like that, but he's always had such like a kind nature towards them, because why would that bother him so much when he can easily replace it, right? He can easily earn that back or replace it. He's not too worried about that, so he doesn't feel a big punishment is needed. But you try to escape from him, you try and betray him when he feels like he's been treating you nothing but kindly the entire time, when he hasn't. And he's just somebody who wants what he wants. And this is why I said he was selfish, is because he fails to look into what somebody else would want, their perspective on things, and exactly how they may feel when it comes to something like this. He never once thought about the family that she might have had beforehand, or about the things that she wishes that she could be doing. Instead, he just assumed that if he gave her these things or made her feel good, right, then she could easily just latch on and be happy being around him. And not everybody's like that. You know, some people want to get involved with the master. And, you know, we saw the girl at the beginning trying to get involved with Omar and how they were only trying to get into the family and stuff. He probably just assumes he can abuse his power and use them those sort of ways, which at this time he absolutely could. And he's showing that again here. But he never really once took that step back and was like, this is what she would want, or she wouldn't want this, or, oh, this isn't a good place, or I personally wouldn't want to be like this as a person, right? And he puts her in those situations that were just gross for us to end up seeing, completely beating her to the point of almost execution, as Snake kept putting it at that point. And thank God Snake was there to stop him and, you know, come in between them. Snake's, I still don't know where I stand on him. I don't disagree with him at all. And I honestly, I think I would say I lean more towards liking him than I don't. I just don't know if I like him too much, because I feel like there's definitely things that he could have understood are more wrong than not, right? And he could have done some things a little different, sure. But I think he's very level-headed with the ideas and the things that he does, and he's kind of that dude who's just there to do his job and do what he has to do and follow orders, but also understand that, like we saw in the last episode, certain things aren't valued more than other things, and certain people have certain roles that they have to play, and he kind of fits into that box more, so he understands what this situation is going to be. The line about wanting to kill her if he wanted to, it's his property basically, so he's allowed to, is cold as hell, but true. It's unfortunately true. I don't know. I like the way that he put it though. At least if you really want to do it, we'll go get the like proper shit to do it. Don't just sit here and start beating her with this, you know? Give him at least some time to breathe and think about the shit that he's done. But his possessiveness almost of her is weird. His power trip that he has, and his feeling of owning and having like this is his object almost, and not seeing them as a person who has free choice and can do whatever they want or anything. He just is just wrong and weird to me. And I get it, the time period and everything that went on, and I mean the rules and shit that happens within this farm and everything, but I don't know, dude, fucking weird to me. With the return of everybody else too, we have some other stuff going on in the background where we have to prep for the war and for the king and everybody that's coming to take over our land. So we have to prep. I like how Torgal didn't specifically tell them what exactly was going on, besides the fact that there's going to be a battle, just because if they knew what it was, they probably wouldn't even try and fortify anything. They would just submit and let them have it so that they don't have to lose their lives. So he's going to kind of let them know, like, as late as possible, basically, or maybe never even let them know and just tell them that they need to fight and defend. Along with the arrival of the whole family coming back, Leif comes back too, and he is on the hunt to find Thorfinn again. Unfortunately runs into Snake and some of the guards who won't let them go and see Thorfinn or Einar, because Cattell never actually specifically stated anything. And, you know, as we said before, Snake just does his job and he does what he has to. So instead they go in, look for Cattell. That's where they unfortunately found him beating on Arnheid, and we had that whole situation go down there. As Cattell starts losing his mind and walking away, though, Leif brings up the idea of possibly buying or possibly completing the deal now with Thorfinn and taking the other slaves or purchasing them from him, so he no longer has to own them, because they are people who seem to be close to Thorfinn, and Thorfinn would like out, and he could have some people that he could be more comfortable or happy to have with him and feel a bit more safe for whatever reason that they want. All right, that's where we get Cattell tripping even more and being like, take those others. I don't even, you don't even need to pay me. Like, just get them the fuck out of here. But she's mine. Like, I own her and you will not take her from me. I never said I don't want her, even though, like, you just see how he was treating her. Absolutely nuts and just gross to see. And I really don't know how that's going to wind up being resolved. We see her later on as everybody walks in the room, and she's completely beaten and face is all like bruised, and she's wrapped up in bandages and stuff. And we talk about how the idea that she might not end up making it and what might end up happening. And I really don't know. This is one of those situations I can sit here and be like, yeah, she will, because it's one of these stories, but it's also Vinland Saga. So it's very possible that she isn't going to. And why, I don't know. I don't know the direction that the story would take, like, because there's reasons for why this type of stuff happens. And sometimes it's as simple as that's just life. Some shit like this just ends up happening sometimes, or somebody just isn't able to make it. We can't save everybody in certain situations, right? So it's very possible something like that can happen, but they're not just going to randomly be like, oh, she died last night or something. Like, I don't think so. I feel like you have to build it up a bit more, and something has to come of it. So whether she's going to say something, or we're going to actually get her to be healed a bit more, or Cattell's going to die, or something's going to happen. If I have to make like an overall opinion, now that we have war coming here and Cattell seems to lose his shit and he's ready to fight and protect himself and be the fake image of himself that he's presented to his son all along, and this fake rumor that's kind of going around of him, I would assume we're going to get this battle to go down, and a majority of the dudes on this land are going to lose their lives, Cattell included, and we're going to have some sort of confrontation between Canute and Thorfinn, and as a result it's going to end up being Canute who is okay with everybody just kind of leaving and them just going on their own, Thorfinn and all of them, that is. So if that is the case entirely, I'd be interested to see if Arnheid is healed by then, or if she ends up passing and they, you know, she just is relieved at least at the idea that they can all be free. Or that she was freed before she ended up having her passing moments or something along those lines. Or maybe she will be just healed completely and can get out, and then they're able to all go along and start a new journey or something together. But I think that might be more along the lines of the direction that we take here. And I don't really know. The battle's not going to go well. I can assure you that. We have such a little amount of men on this land to go up against such a big army, probably, that it really isn't going to go well. And I'm curious too as to Thorfinn and everybody's role in this, if they're just going to leave or if they are going to participate for whatever reason in this battle. I don't see a reason why they would. It really wouldn't make any sense to me now that they have been granted freedom almost, and they can be on their own way. They have no reason to stick up for him. And especially Einar and Thorfinn, why would they want to sit here and fight for a man that they just saw do something to somebody that's close to them? Like, I don't know. Doesn't make much sense to me, but I will end up seeing the direction that they ultimately choose to go and value what is right and what is wrong and what is not. But there is some possibilities of some really cool and interesting conversations and things occurring this next few episodes that I'm absolutely thrilled to be able to see. My only issue, my single issue, I think, with this episode in this, and I don't know if it's different in the manga, so let me know. I doubt it, because it seems like they're doing it pretty much the same, at least from things that I've seen or heard, is that the conversation or the first interaction that we possibly could have had between Leif and Thorfinn finally seeing each other again, or Leif being able to maybe re-recognize Einar because he has seen him before, or something along those lines, right? And being able to have that first like real connection and him be like, holy fuck, like this dude was looking out for me or something. Or maybe Thorfinn never has had that like come back into his mind yet, and he just, maybe he doesn't even remember him, or maybe he does, or maybe like I don't know the situation that he's in, if he remembers these dudes or what exactly is going on, right? But I do wish that we had that first interaction, because we still haven't actually seen an interaction with them. Now we have seen them standing next to each other, but that's as far as we've gone. So I do wish that happened. So I don't know if that's something that was just cut from this and maybe it's going to be moved to another period and we get to see that again, or if that just literally wasn't included in the source and we're not going to get that. Regardless, it was fantastic, painful to watch, but fantastic. And I don't know, I can't wait to see what's more to come. I hope we're kind of over the uncomfortable aspects of the story and stuff like that. Like, I hope now at this point, it's just finish this and then some conversations that, you know, need to happen and stuff needs to go down. But I hope there's no more like beating on harmless people and, you know, feeling like you're an owner over these people and all this other shit. I don't know. I just hope we don't get much more of that. So yeah, I don't know. Where I'm left, fucking tell he's awful, and it's excited to see what's next. I don't know. If you liked it all, hit the like and subscribe. Do it a lot to me. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and my name list. Both links are in the description. Check out the other videos on the channel and leave any comments about this episode or the series in general, as well as recommendations of other shows you might want me to watch at some other point. I'll be back next week. You guys have a great one. See ya.